Hi, welcome to Yoga Moves release number 6. My name is Ivan Amaral, and in this release we'll be focusing on back strengthening and heart opening. So if we start the class as we usually do with the earth section, this time on mountain posture. So just as usual, strong long back, allow your shoulders to relax, the neck to settle, and your breath to settle, so you feel quite grounded and earthed. As we move into the fire section, we are going to do a modified version of the extended mountain pose. So we bind the fingers and press the palms out if that's comfortable. And the reason for this is really as you lift, you activate the spine a lot more. So you really focus on activating especially the mid-back area. If you find that this is a bit too strong for some of your participants because of finger issues like arthritis, for example, a good option to use is to interlock just the same. So you still have the same effect on your back, but have the palms of the hands facing the face. That way, there's not much pressure on the finger joints themselves. Okay? Another option you can use is to keep the elbows bent. If you find that by lifting the arms there's too much tightness on the neck and shoulder area, bend the elbows a little bit more, and you can still work the upper back quite strongly and the mid back quite strongly, keeping the binding happening without the extra pressure. Okay? Now, if you're comfortable, then we press the palms out and we bring the shoulders back. And from this position, we inhale to lift. And then as we exhale, we draw the abdomen in to maintain the stability. And we inhale and focus more on bringing the shoulder blades down and back. So we press the heart forwards. And then we exhale to lower down. So we inhale to lift. Stay for one full breath. And we exhale to lower. Excellent. And we do this a few times. Now the second sequence, we combine forward fold with intense posture, keeping the same options we just talked about with the hands. So if it's too much for the fingers, stay like this, or bend the elbows. If you feel quite comfortable, arms extended, palms out. So the second sequence, we inhale to lift, and we exhale to come into a forward bend, bending the knees as much as necessary, relaxing as we come down. So you feel the length gently. With the inhale, pressing the palms of the hands, activating first the arms, then the spine, and then we lower the hips and we come into intense pose, focusing on the mid-back and upper back, quite strong. The abdomen stays firm so the lower back is comfortable. From here we exhale and lower down, relaxing the arms, relaxing the neck. So inhaling, intense pose, and we stay one full breath. Exhaling, forward bend. Just one more time here. Now if you feel quite comfortable and you want to turn the heat up a little bit more with the fire, bring the hands all the way down. So you're pressing the hands towards the feet and lengthening the legs. That makes it more intense. And then inhaling, intense pose again. Once you finish, relax the hands, relax the breath. And we go into a modified sun salutation, slightly different than what we usually do. So from here, we inhale to lift the arms and we come into a forward bend. So from the forward bend, we bring one foot back at a time into plank position. If you need to, knees on the floor. As we exhale, we lower down. Elbows tight. Excellent. As we inhale here, Activate the spine into a gentle cobra. Feel the shoulder blades sliding down the back and make sure the hands are light on the floor. Only come up as far as comfortable. The abdomen itself is not really pressing on the floor. The hips are at this level here. So with the inhale we activate, the legs firm on the floor, and if you can, feet together. As we exhale, we release and press back into a downward facing dog. If for some participants this is too strong on the wrists or on the shoulders, then you can do a downward facing dog with the knees on the floor. Make sure you maintain the back position and the shoulder opening, relaxing the neck. So that's the option there. If you feel quite comfortable, you can allow the legs to lengthen more, but keeping the back quite active so you don't round the back. You keep it nice and firm. From here, we step forwards. And we do a warrior lunge. From this position, back leg strong, the knee over the ankle. As we inhale, come up, activating the spine and keeping, if I show you side on, keep the shoulder just over the hip. So as you come this way, you activate the heart forwards and up. Excellent. So from the warrior lunge, we exhale and come down. We inhale to step back into plank, and we exhale to come to the ground again. Inhaling, cobra, exhaling, downward facing dog. We stay with the inhale in down dog, and then exhale, stepping forwards. Now, if your participants get stuck here, feel free to bring the knee to the ground so you can adjust the foot, and then come to the warrior lunge. Inhaling and exhaling. So basically, we flow through the sequence, alternating right leg and left leg in the warrior lunge. Once with the right, once with the left. On your last time, step forwards into a forward bend. And gently from here, come all the way up into mountain pose again. And that will be the end of the fire section. So from here, we go into the water section. So we start the water section by stepping back. Not a very big step, half a step roughly. So you can rotate the hips and keep the hips in line. Okay? Excellent. So the back foot firmly grounded, the knee strong, so you feel it protected, and the front knee is soft. So as we inhale, we bind the fingers again. Same options as before. Full option here, modification here, or bending the elbows more, either one way or the other. Okay? Modify accordingly. So as we inhale, we come into warrior one, bending the knee, opening up, keeping the shoulders over the hips. As we exhale, we go forwards and down, relaxing the arms and releasing over the leg. Make sure you keep the hip alignment. There's a tendency for the hips to open up here. Make sure you keep the alignment nice and firm. So from here we inhale, back, knee, warrior one. As we exhale, flank forward bend or pyramid. Inhale And exhale, flowing with the breath in between the pyramid position and the warrior position. So once you've finished, release the arms and just step forwards. And then we do exactly the same thing on the other side. So from this position, we bring the hands towards the floor using the exhale and bring the feet back into a downward facing dog. If you feel comfortable, legs long, spine strong. If you find that your back is rounding up a little bit, then bend the knees so you can compensate, so you feel the spine strong. First priority is always the back. So from here, we inhale, easier option first. Bring the knees to the floor, opening the heart, looking slightly forwards. As we exhale, drawing the abdomen in, downward facing dog. If you feel quite comfortable, inhale, come into upward facing dog, knees off the floor, legs strong, heart open, either keeping the feet as they are on your toes, or if it's comfortable, you can roll up, and that gives you a little bit of extra lift. Exhaling, downward facing dog. The priority is the back is always comfortable, whatever option we're using. Excellent. Once we finish, we stop in down dog. And from downward facing dog, we bring one knee forwards just outside the hand. The other leg slides back. And we adjust the foot to the side a little bit. So as we lengthen here, we feel that the hip of the front leg is being released, stretched. And at the same time, the front side of the opposite leg is opening gently as well. So the hands stay on the floor to support the back. So the back is quite comfortable. With the exhale, we draw the abdomen in. So we keep the lower back comfortable. With the inhale, shoulder blades down, look forwards a little bit, and feel the heart being pulled forwards and up. Exhaling, lengthening, activating, inhaling, opening. Use the hand position as a support tool. If you need to, you can come a little bit further up. Otherwise, stay down here, okay? See how you feel. If it's really comfortable for your neck and your back, you can open up more and allow the front of the throat to open. But it's really important that both the neck and the back are always completely comfortable. That's the first priority. Only if this feels good, you'll do it. Otherwise, just stay facing forwards. As a more advanced option, you can bend the back knee. And if you do that to hold on the inside. So as you hold the foot, you feel the opening across the front of the shoulder and the chest. So you press, you pull slightly, feeling the length on the thigh. And at the same time, we face forwards and feel the opening, pulling the leg towards the head and the head towards the leg. Excellent. Then we release. Come into a downward facing dog, or just to a position with the knees on the floor, and do the same thing on the other side. So once we've done it on the other side as well, we sit and allow the legs to come forwards. So we do a counter pose, seated forward bend. Slightly bend knees to support the back. Inhaling to lift, exhaling, forward fold. Flowing with the breath, inhaling to activate gently, exhaling, drawing the abdomen in and relaxing forwards. Excellent. Once you completed the forward folds, you lie down gently, one vertebrae at a time. Use the exhalation to come all the way down. We bend the knees into the bridge pose. This will be a slightly varied option you probably haven't done before. So one leg bends so the knee comes as close to the hip as comfortable without being too tight. So the knee is slightly behind the ankle joint. The opposite leg presses into the floor, but being as extended as possible while still keeping the sole of the foot grounded. So in this case, this leg will be light on the floor, just helping to support the hips. This leg will be making most of the effort. Palms of the hands facing down, shoulder blades down. As we inhale, we lift. Excuse me. As we exhale, we stay here, drawing the abdomen in. As we inhale, we open a little bit more, and then we exhale and release. It's really important to keep the hips leveled. I just turned myself side on, so you can see it a little bit better on the other side. Excuse me. So as we inhale, we lift. And really focus on keeping the hips leveled. As we exhale, drawing the abdomen in, supporting the back so the back is comfortable. And then inhaling, pressing into the ground a little bit stronger. And then using the exhale to release. Excellent. So we inhale to lift. We stay for one full breath and we exhale to release. Once we've completed the bridge pose on both sides, excuse me, we inhale to lift the arms, exhale to lift up one vertebrae at a time. If you find this too challenging, hold the legs, hold the floor, and gently come up. From here, bring the feet back, and we move into our next sequence. Facing down, Cobra. This variation, the arms stay pointing back. So, soles of the feet towards each other, legs firm, pressing the hips towards the floor and drawing the abdomen in gently. So we feel that we're pressing the hips to the floor and not the belly. As we inhale, draw the shoulder blades back, sliding the hands towards the feet, and look slightly forwards, just a little bit, not too much, so the neck stays long. Exhale, relax down. So repeat, inhaling, staying for one breath, exhaling, drawing the abdomen in, inhaling, opening the heart a little bit more, exhaling, releasing down. We repeat that a few times, and then we go into the locust, the half locust posture. So it flows nicely into each other. We inhale and lift, and now as we exhale, we bend one knee. As we inhale again, we lift a little bit higher. So the knee comes off the floor, and we bring the back a little bit higher up. And then we exhale and release all the way down. And we alternate to the other side. So we inhale, just the trunk. Exhale, abdomen in, bending the knee. Inhale, a little bit higher. Exhale, releasing. Alternating between the right side and the left side. Once we've done that a few times, we do the full locust variation with the knees bent. So we inhale, lift, trunk first. Exhale, drawing the abdomen in and bending the knees. And then inhaling a little bit higher. Exhaling, releasing. So one more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. So once you've done that a few times, you'll need a counter posture. So bring the hands underneath your shoulders, press back, and gently come into cat. So we start all the way back here this time. Inhale, look forwards, gently activate the shoulder blades, the lower back, and then the hips. And as we exhale, activate the hips, tucking the tailbone under, and then the abdomen, and then release the shoulders and the neck, coming back. So inhaling, sliding forwards gently. Exhaling, sliding back. I'll just show you side on so you can see the spinal movement a little bit more. Think of it as a chain with several links. We're trying to move one link or one vertebrae at a time. We're starting back here, inhaling, first the head, then the shoulders, then the spine, and then the hips. Keeping the hips over the knees, not further on. So just keep them back here. As we start the exhale, we tuck the tailbone under. Then the abdomen draws in quite strongly, and then we release the shoulders and the neck. So inhaling and exhaling. Excellent. Once you've done that a few times, we go back into the peak of the class, the bow pose. We start with the half bow. We bring the knee, bending the knee, and we hold roughly here. Now, if you find that your participants, some of your participants cannot hold the leg, do it this way, like we did previously on the previous sequence with the locust posture. You can just repeat that, and that's fine. But if they can hold, then we stay this way. Opposite arm extends back, and as we inhale, we press the foot up. And as we press the foot up, the leg pulls like a bow the trunk upwards. So we just look slightly forwards, not too much, to keep the neck length. As we exhale, we stay here. As we inhale, we create more space, and then we release with the exhale. And we repeat on the same side. So inhaling, lifting, the leg drives. Exhale, drawing the abdomen in. Inhaling, going a little bit higher, and then exhaling, releasing. It helps if you imagine you're pressing the ceiling with your heel. And using the exhale to release. Once you've done it on one side, we do exactly the same thing on the other. The opposite arm only gives a little bit of assistance on the floor. Not really pressing, just supporting the balance of the back. So you're not twisting, you're keeping yourself leveled. Sliding the arm back as you go along. So once we've done it on both sides, we do the full bow position. If you find that some participants cannot hold the feet, then you can just stay here. Do exactly the same posture, but without holding the feet, like in the full locust position. If they can hold, press the heels up. Inhale to lift. Exhale to draw the abdomen in and press the heels into the sky, and then inhale to give yourself a little bit more length, and exhale to release. So inhaling, legs drive. And exhale to release. After a few times, cat again, counter pose. Release back, and very gently, inhaling, upward facing, exhaling, downward facing. very gentle, like if you were doing a back massage. So it feels really good, recovering. After you've done those a few times, lie on our backs, knees to chest, further counter pose. Exhaling, drawing the knees in. Inhaling, allowing them to move away. Rather than pulling with the arms, feel that it's the abdomen that drives the movement. So we feel like the back is recovering gradually, and we feel quite a strong, deep abdominal activation. After that, we bring the feet to the ground, and we come into the air sequence. Now, in this section of the class, usually we just do corpse, but I'd like you to try a different posture, the well pose, slightly modified with the arms. So we bend the elbows, and we keep the legs quite firm, pressing the heels away, not rigid, just active. And then we bring the palms of the hands into your heart space. As we inhale, we open up and feel the back of the hands moving as close as we can to the ground. So we feel the openness on the shoulder joint and the heart space. Inhaling here. We stay for one full breath and then exhale to relax very gently to the center again. So inhaling, opening, feeling the openness. If you feel comfortable, close the eyes. Excuse me. As you exhale here, draw the abdomen in quite strongly. And then keep it here, like if you're creating a well on your belly. And then as you inhale, with this activation, feel the chest opening. Internally, you feel the air flowing downwards, but the belly stays firm. And then exhale and release. I'll do it a few more times so you can see it a little bit better. Excellent. So you repeat that a few times, focusing really on the openness around the heart, the firmness around the abdomen. And then relax the legs, relax the arms to the side, and come into corpse pose. Just staying with the feel of openness across the front of your body and the relaxation of the support of the floor underneath you. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did doing it. And so that was Yoga Moves, the release number 6. And hopefully we'll see each other in the next update workshop. Thank you very much.